Hello.
Hi guys.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Another week that we've made it through in the weirdest year on planet Earth.
Oh my gosh, it's been crazy.
I'm so tired. Every day is a century and every month goes by like
My anxiety levels keep like going like, okay, good, everything's starting to feel normal, and then something changes like, whoa, okay, not normal.
yes. I'm so tired all the time. But that's okay because I was tired before.
I'm gonna be tired all the time anyway because
Yeah, you know. Gwyn.
Yeah. So, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. We never have traditional Thanksgivings. That's just not something we do. We're not big on turkey, and also no one knows how to cook it because turkey is dry. So we had pasta. It was delicious.
What kind of pasta? It was like
it's a red sauce.
Yeah, that's right.
You
told me last week, but
it's so delicious. It's my favorite meal. And my parents only make it like once a year, but I think the last time I had it was 2 years ago. And it's like beef shank, and it just gets so tender, it just falls off the bone in the sauce, and it is just many chef's kiss worthy. And then we had some bread, which is classic. We love some bread. But my dad worked on Thanksgiving, so we ate at 2 p.m.
Hey, that still works. I mean, I've had Thanksgiving at 10 in the morning before, so I mean, and then another one at 7 p.m. on the same day, you know.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Ours was very quiet and pretty nice. We just took turns between the kitchen and watching her and cleaning the house, and we stayed home and had a chicken, which was probably really wonderful, but I have lost my sense of smell. So I have no idea if it smelled good. I'm assuming it did because it was a cranberry orange chicken. Yeah, it should have been very, very just mouth-watering aromas in this house. But I even made like a pumpkin cheesecake, and that should have been a mouth-watering aroma too. And I couldn't smell any of it. So
that's hot.
But
yay!
Can't smell. It's weird, guys. It's weird.
No, pass. Right.
But it was pretty good. Alex made deviled eggs. He put a lot of too much salt in the eggs, but they turned out pretty good, even though it was really salty. But
I like deviled eggs.
You got the flavor right, just too much salt.
Yes. And my favorite thing about Thanksgiving is that the next day we get to do
Nice.
Very excited for Christmas.
We haven't done ours yet. I think that'll be next weekend when a friend of ours can come over. And last year she helped us decorate, so we were going to try to make a tradition out of it, except she's moving away next year. So I don't think that's going to continue. But
yeah, that's sad.
You have a lot to say this morning.
That's a lot. Tell me more.
Are you saying we need to move on to book recommendations?
Book recommendations. I can do that, no problem.
All right.
Are you reading something you enjoy?
So right now she's messing with what I'm reading.
Okay.
Which is What to Expect from the Toddler Years.
That's good. That's good. That's probably helpful.
This should last me a couple years.
That's huge.
It's huge, yes. It's a nice thick book here. But if you guys need a copy for reference or just check out for a few weeks and you can check them out over and over again, it's not like there's a time period where you have to leave them on our shelf for like 24 hours and then you can go back, hey, nobody has it yet, let's grab it. So if you guys need a copy of What to Expect, we've got I think the first one so much work of advice. It's like a rule book. This is more like this is what worked for us. This is what works for most people. It might be different. Here's another suggestion if you're different.
Right.
So it's really useful. It got me through pregnancy, it got me through the first year, and now I'm moving on to the next book for the next like 2 years worth of baby time.
Exciting. Gwyneth.
She's busy. She's like all about this book right now. I'm just hoping she doesn't tear it. But, you know, how that goes. She probably will when I'm talking to you. And, like, you know, when I gave her that Kit Kat bar, and I didn't think she could chew through it.
Honestly, that was a dream. I don't understand how neither of us noticed that there was chocolate all over that girl's
All
face.
over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I could see her, but I was not looking. She was like stealth eating chocolate.
She just had it up in her face like this.
Yeah. I mean, it works.
Mm-hmm.
So currently I haven't been reading as much because life do be busy. But I recently rewatched the Jane Eyre 2-part series from BBC, and also the movie, and also Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, you went all out.
Yeah, well, I started with Pride and Prejudice, and I was like, and then I was like, well, I've got to keep going. And I watched them all in sequence, like a whole afternoon of just watching Bronte and Austen films. So I always recommend those movies, and also their books that they came from, because chef's kiss all over the place. They're so good. And when I listen to the audiobook, I think it's one of those things like Shakespeare where you hear it and it's so much better, because those insults are just very good.
Yeah, right.
Very funny.
So much better to listen to Shakespeare.
Yeah, it is just hilarious when they are going at each other and you can understand them because you're hearing it. Sometimes those things don't carry in the like older literature. Right. But I love them. Classic. Excellent. But those are also available wherever books are. They basically are.
Some of the copies of Jane Austen books in our library are really pretty.
Yeah, we have some pretty old books. Pretty old. Not. But I know we have one that's Sir Conan Doyle. We have an old one of his that's like really.
We've got some nice Sherlock Holmes and we got a good Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, some of the classics we have like just very elegant copies, like Barnes and Noble's classics.
Yeah, exactly.
I love those.
They're very pretty. I'm actually slowly replacing books on my own shelf at home with like fancy copies and stuff. So
what I've been doing, and I have not been taking the plastic off of them because they don't get as much love as they deserve.
See, I think it just ruins the aesthetic of the shelf. So.
Well, all of my books are in my closet, so there is no aesthetic going in there. Once they're able to like have a dedicated space, then I think I'll make them.
That makes sense. But my bookshelf is actually an old gun case that my dad converted into a bookshelf, so it's got glass door cabinets that shut too. So they're well protected in there from this little one.
I love that.
Yeah, does it really cool. It makes me think of like a ship library cabinet.
Yeah. That's delicious. I love that. Yum. I love that. I think that's wonderful. Does it have lighting to like shine?
It does. I haven't plugged it in. It's a top light that's supposed to shine down on the guns inside, so it only really shines down on the top of the first shelf of books.
That's makes sense.
But it's cool when it lights up. Like, hey, look, I can light this up. But I don't usually leave it on like that.
What would be cool is for Christmas, get some of that garland with the like lights through it.
Yeah, the fairy lights. That would look pretty.
I think that would look delicious.
Good idea. Maybe I'll try that.
I'm a sucker for that garland with the lights in it. It just makes everything better and also Christmassy.
For sure. Well, speaking of lights, Gwen's book recommendation for the day.
Gwen.
Is Little Blue Truck's Christmas.
Aww.
It's really cute. We've read it quite a bit since I brought it down from her box in the attic. But what's really cool about this is the last page. It lights up. It's pretty cool.
I always love it when books have a thing, and especially if they require batteries. Like, yes, it is. Like, I am obsessed. But nothing has changed since I was a kid. Like,
I definitely for Christmas bought her one of those sound books. You know, the sound buttons on the sides in the book. Yeah. I bought her the Eric Carle one. So it actually has like the rooster sound and the cow sound and stuff, and buffalo or whatnot. I don't know what else on there, but I wrapped it already. I don't remember what was on there.
Yeah. Are you done with your Christmas wrapping?
Almost. I have one more set of Christmas presents on the way, which might have actually been delivered just about 15 minutes ago. I saw the UPS truck stop. I don't know if it's stopped here or if it's stopped here.
I love it. I love it. I'm always just standing at my window like, picking.
Like, when's my next package coming?
Sometimes I didn't order anything, but I'm like, package for me. Package.
Yeah. We're trying to read the book. Yeah.
It's fun 'cause it's just one tone.
Oh yeah, it's and then it kind of lits a little bit.
Awesome.
So you can check out all these books through our library system, going to prairiecat.org. Is it .org or .com?
I don't know. I would recommend going through our website and click.
Go to prairielibrary.org. Click on the catalog. It'll bring you to the catalog, which is called Prairie Cat. You can order books through there, or you can even call the library at 815-932-6245 and talk to one of our staff members to order books for you. You also have options digitally, so you've got Hoopla and you've got Libby, which is the same thing as Omni and My Digital Library. Libby is the reading part of the consortiums that are called Omni and My Digital Library. If you have a Bradley Library card, you use My Digital Library. If you have another card in the area, you use Omni. It's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Just different libraries bought into it, so you might have access to different books, maybe, but there's not many differences.
Not really.
It just depends on who purchased what. But we've got that. We've got Hoopla, and they're pretty great.
Yep. And they're pretty user-friendly. You really can't mess it up. And if you have any problems, you can always call us or you can email us at info@bradleylibrary.org.
And actually, even message us on Facebook if you have any problems with Libby or with Hoopla, because the two of us are always ready to answer those questions on Messenger.
We're pretty avid users of the system, so we can't fix everything, but we can probably troubleshoot pretty well.
Yeah, we can troubleshoot for you and figure it out. It's pretty simple to use. Sometimes it's a device issue, and right now that might be a little harder to fix for you since we can't meet you in person now, but we can walk you through it and try to figure it out.
Yeah, we know the system pretty well. We've used it for as long as we've been in the library. So, plus, I mean, if you haven't started using Hoopla, a lot of folks I know, if you don't like digital copies, then sometimes Hoopla is not for you or Libby's not for you. But
again, you can order real books through our system still.
And Hoopla has all kinds of other things like comic books, movies, and TV shows, and music. So even if you're not into the digital book scene, you've still got other things that you can tap into, which is super cool. Because
we've got an Amazon Fire Stick here, and Hoopla is one of the apps that we have on there, so we could watch movies on our TV.
That's cool.
Hoopla.
Very, very cool. Hoopla has an interesting variety of content. Like,
it does.
It's broad and unusual.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Sometimes I go through and I'm like, interesting.
Really? This is here.
Yeah. I found a bunch of documentaries that I wanted to watch on Hoopla, and I was like, what? Why do you have these? But I'm like,
okay, sure. Great. I'm glad somebody has them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you notice it was snowing yesterday?
I did. I was in the car about to go get Starbucks because that's what I do every single morning because I have a problem. And I was waiting for my mother to join me because I want my mom to join me. And then it started snowing and I wanted to cry. I was very sad.
I had sat her down for breakfast and started digging into my cereal and glanced up and like, that's a really small white leaf. That wasn't a leaf, was it? Kept watching. If the neighbors saw me through the window, they'd probably be wondering why I was staring dramatically at their house. There goes your book. And then I noticed it was snowflakes. Like, oh no, it's snow.
I love that your first thought was it's a very small white leaf because
well, I've been seeing leaves falling outside my window for so long now that's like, oh, leaves falling. No, what's that leaf?
I love that. That's so funny. I'm not a fan of the snow or the cold, but I did recently put up my Let It Snow decals on my window, which seems like I summoned it because I put those up, I think.
So it's your fault.
I have regrets, but I couldn't have my Thanksgiving decals up. If they're like the little jelly ones, I didn't have those up forever, so
yeah, that's fine.
sad. No, no, thank you.
I don't mind the snow so much, but mostly because I get to stay inside most of the time, so that's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad now because last year I had to drive to Chicago twice a week and
that's right.
walk through it. And so now it's not as bad. I don't have as many places I have to go. So, but the idea of it being cold makes me cold. Like I know it's cold out there, so I feel cold in here. And I know that's not the way it's supposed to work, but that's why my heater is always on like 75. I am the reason our heating bill is very high. Oops.
Yeah, I don't mind it's the cold that gets to me.
Yeah.
Definitely the cold. When it's just kind of muddy and gross out and it's negative 19 degrees and you're just like, this sucks. Why do I live here?
Yep.
Yeah. You'll figure that out someday though. All right, well that's all we have for you this week. We will see you next week on Marley and O. And can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye. No.
Yeah, and you were just in the zone with your book today. My goodness. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. See you next week.